Well, hello, my lovelies. I gained about 5 pounds. Something I need to work on. I ate 2 jars of peanut butter in the past 2 or 3 nights. Wondering why I'd wake up in the morning like I had a freaking hangover, and I don't drink. So, put it together and figured it out. So, last night, or this night, excuse me, uh, no peanut butter. No peanut butter, no. And boy, do I feel better. Of course, it's not still in the evening. It's not in the early morning hours yet. Um, yeah, it was actually causing me to have BA. Bad attitude, baby. Bad attitude. Because when you dump, excuse me, my lovelies, when you dump that much sugar and fat, some people it would almost kill them. In fact, some people it would. For those of you that are allergic to peanuts, yeah, that would not be a good thing. I've always had a very fast metabolism and can drink and eat stuff, even get bit by insects. I've been bitten by snakes before also. One poisonous. Luckily, its fangs, uh, it didn't have a lot of concentration. It was a water moccasin, and it just nicked me, but it didn't have a whole lot of concentration on its fangs. So, yeah, it was unpleasant. However, small amount of anti venom took care of it. Um, I think a lot of people were waiting for me to keel over, like in the movies, and fall over. It's not quite like that. However, I was good 2 or 3 days later. No ill effects, just, a reminder on my arm. Yeah, that was out in the lake. And, well, it was my fault. You have to gingerly make your way through the little crevices and slivers of the lake carefully with a kayak. So I did not. And there was a pretty good sized water moccasin. And I heard the hiss. They make a hissing noise with their mouth that sounds similar to a rattlesnake's rattle. And it was too late. He got me. It reminds you of the snake handling meeting at the Snob Nose Baptist Church of the wonderment of the Little Wonder Banjo Club. I come up with this crap. So, yeah. Yeah. Red light therapy. That is really good for you. It is really good for you. I'm supposed to get freezing temperatures here, yeah, within 24 hours or so here in sunny Florida. Today it will be partly cloudy and 71. Yesterday it was beautiful, the mid 70s, sunny. So I did spend a lot of time outside. I had a doctor appointment. Yeah, excuse me. And I'm probably going to a vascular surgeon. I have a thoracic aortic aneurysm or something. This is what they call the Widowmaker. Yeah. And that all started back in 2008 when I ran into a tractor trailer pulling a big dump trailer. Yeah, 20-foot dump trailer. And the airbag exploded, and it caused my aorta to get damaged and caused a aneurysm. So I've had it ever since. Of course, it's stable, to a certain point, but they're going to assess whether to work on it. They'll put like a mesh around it because it's basically if you have a if you can still be alive and have an aneurysm, it's when it freaking bursts. You are done. Yeah, you're done. Especially right there, it comes off the heart. It's the ascending. Yeah. The ascending aorta. A lot of pressure there. Yeah. Aren't we just a walking miracle? Um, the guy who created us, whether directly or indirectly, we don't really know. If you say you know, it's all going to be a big surprise. Either it's going to be darkness again, like it was darkness and a void and nothing before we were born, before our consciousness was just sparked into existence. Now, I'm not going to argue with people about their religion. I'm a spiritual man, so it could be just darkness and nothing after we pass away. But I would like to believe that there's something more. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to believe that there's something more, no doubt. Uh, so I was looking at my security. The security camera went off. I have two of them in the front, and the one went off. Real sensitive. It's in 4K, and I saw the video, and lo and behold, I put it on. It'll be on the playlist of paranormal. These eyes, and there was no light reflecting, so it wasn't from a cat. Okay, it was white eyes looking from left to right, right to left. And I don't get freaked out over stuff like that. I just accept it and move on. I don't take it as any kind of attack or anything. This little fan is kind of cool on me here. Yep, turn it this way. That's better. Excuse me. So I do take, speaking of coolness, I do take cold showers, um, and they do help. They reset you. If you'll look up the Wim Hof method, that's WIMHOF. This guy, when it goes back after his wife committed suicide, he was distraught and in a lot of pain, taking care of his children, and he was out in the park, and one day he just, for no apparent reason, just jumped in icy water. And he learned something that it instantly takes all your thoughts and neutralizes them, at least for a period of time. So it went on, and he was, he is a great inspiration to I. And I went up to North Carolina. My buddy Roblin Festi had a workshop with the Wim Hof method, and I did 2 days with that, and it reset. I mean, it literally helped reset. I was already doing it before then. However, learning from a pro really does help. So he was a certified Wim Hof instructor. Learn from Wim Hof. So yeah, that was an experience. That was an experience. So I'll be happy to go back up there. I think I'm going to zip up there for a couple of weeks after my birthday, February. Yeah. Probably take Cheech with me. Cheech, my little kitten, and he's hiding somewhere, ready to pounce on a mouse. It's funny, if you're familiar with maca or moringa, well, mainly maca. Maca is a plant-derived substance, or it's a plant, or actually a tree that grows in the high elevations of Peru, other places in South America. And you can grow it here in Florida, actually, pretty much anywhere, as long as it doesn't get too cold. Is super strong. It raises your testosterone level. So the rats, I guess, knew that. The rats got a hold of my maca. Now I keep my maca in the refrigerator. Because them little boogers, they'll risk life and limb to get a hold of that maca. And so I noticed a week, 2 weeks later, these damn rats were huge. Their bodies were huge. They had small little heads, and they looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're the Arnold Schwarzenegger of rats, right? The Arnold Schwarzenegger of rats. So from eating the maca, and and Cheech, Scoot won't even mess with him, but Cheech, he likes to challenge. I mean, you got these rats that are between their nose and their tail, they're a foot long. I mean, gigantic as rats. So I attribute it to the maca. It also helps with connective tissue, like the thoracic aortic aneurysm I have. That's connective tissue. That's an artery. Um, so I noticed I was seeing these huge rats, and Cheech, I should have took a video of one. He was messing around with it, playing with it, but he finally had to kill it because it was clawing him and biting him pretty bad. But Cheech is something else. Where are you, Cheech? Cheech, come here, Cheech. Come on. That's how I call him. He's just a lovable little creature. It's funny how I open the screen door and I go, Cheech, come here, Cheech. And he comes running. He could be across there in a little pond. He likes to play over there with the ducks, and he likes to play with the neighbor Chihuahua, and they play. It's funny. He's got so much life, so he runs up the steps. I guess he'll be doing that. He's still a kitten. He's 7 months old, and he weighs 9 pounds already, because he's partially a Maine Coon cat. So yeah. All right, well, that's enough for this video. It's going to go 13 minutes. Lucky 13. So love yourself. Love those around you. Be kind. It doesn't cost you a dime. Just be kind. It doesn't cost you a dime. So love you, my friends. Till the next time. Thank you, new subscribers, and those that have been with me for a while. Bye-bye. See you later, alligator.